the DJI Mavic 3, it has a 20 megapixel for photos.
Damn, that's good.
So yeah, it's pretty good. It's 20. It's equivalent to 24 millimeter, and it's a 4/3 CMOS Hasselblad lens.
Which Hasselblad
lens, camera
references the expensive ass camera brand.
Yeah, they're like 40 grand or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty amazing, man. It shoots. It supposedly flies for 46 minutes, but I saw some reviews already, and it didn't fly no more than like 30 minutes. It's just literally just having it hover. So it's like 36 minutes. So that 46 minutes is a stretch.
Yeah.
So not sure what's up with that, but yeah, man, it shoots 4K video up to
120.
Is it? It's really
4K 120.
Yeah, 4K 120, and it shoots 5.1K up to 60 frames per second.
10-bit too, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 10-bit 422. 10-bit 422, of course, for color grading. But yeah, it's a pretty impressive beast.
Yeah, all new sensors and shit. So like if it's following you, it won't bump and fucking break.
The new thing about this, it has 2 cameras now. Yeah, it has the telephoto camera, which is
28 zoom
for photos, is 12 megapixels, which is not great. But it is what it is. And I've seen it for video, and you could like times it by 28.
Yeah. I saw the rock climbing one. It looked all right, but they weren't showing like really like close.
Yeah, and the reviews that I saw, the non-biased reviews that I saw, like it does not look good. It's like
I bet, dude.
And they all said, he's like, I can't see myself ever using this. Maybe 1 zoom or 2 zoom, that's about it. But 28 zooms is like
0.5 second cut, like
yeah, it's just it's
a stretch. It's a stretch.
Definitely a stretch, man. But yeah, man, it's really cool, and it's definitely a beast, man.
What's the starting point? Just the fucking drone, like no add-ons, I don't think. Because we had a viewer send us the things like, "Would you guys cop?" It was a kit for like $5,000, and I was like, "Fuck."
Well, yeah, I had David Avalos. He asked like, "Yo, so you gonna cop this or what?" I'm like, "Hell no, man!" Like, first of all, it's very expensive. The start off price is $2,200, which is
how much was your drone new?
When I got it brand new, it was about
$1,000,
a little over $1,000.
Okay,
like less than $1,200 though.
Because they have the cinema shit is taking over. Everybody wants a cinema. Everybody's trying to do 10-bit. Everybody's trying to do this, and that just like doubles your price just because it's 10-bit, 4K 120, which is cool. But damn, to like double your price, like I guess.
Yeah, and so they have the Fly More combo, which jumps to $3,000. That comes with
the controller shit.
Yeah, it comes with the controller. It comes with the batteries. It comes with like I think ND filters. It comes with a nice little pouch. And then there is the bigger one is the DJI Mavic 3 Cine Premium combo. The keyword Cine.
What does the Cine come with?
The only difference about the Cine is it has a 1 terabyte SSD.
Oh, the internal shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which I've never had an issue. I remember Peter McKinnon was actually saying like, he's like, don't you hate it when you pop up the drone and then you realize like there's no SD card? I'm like, don't you hate when that happens? I'm like, that's never happened to me. Like, if you're a fucking real professional, you know your SD cards are there. You know, like that's never happened to me. Anyways, so yeah, it has a 1 terabyte SSD, which I guess the benefit of that is you could transfer footage really quick. I guess, which it is what it is. I guess
it is a SSD, so it's fast.
Yeah, and it also shoots in ProRes. Yeah, Apple ProRes codec, which is easy to edit. It's not compressed at all, but it's a lot more flexibility in post-production.
Dude, that's crazy. I thought all this shit was on the standard one. I didn't know it was the Cine one, because the review I saw was the Cine one, and they were throwing this Apple codec and like
that's only the Cine version. There's a regular version. There's a Cine version. And guess what that price is?
Like $1,000 more.
Total of $5,000.
Wow, dude.
$5,000 for a prosumer drone. It's beefy, man. 20 megapixels wide angle camera, 4/3 sensor, Hasselblad, to shoot 5.1K up to 60 frames and 4K 120 frames per second. I mean, if you're shooting 4K 120 frames per second in a drone, I can't picture why I would shoot that slow. I mean, I've never shot 120.
I mean, the only reason I would say it's like you're making stupid money and you don't give a fuck. Like, that's the only reason.
Yeah, and the guys, I had 3 people reach out about this drone. Like, you're gonna copy. I'm like, no, man, I'm not, because like for my workflow, like I want to say 5% of all the drone shoot that I film mix into the final cut of the actual video that I'm producing for my clients. So people get excited about drone stuff, but like there's barely any drone footage to begin with, because I don't want to be that person that just because you have a drone, I'm going to throw unnecessary, unlimited drone footage in the sequence that doesn't make any sense. You're just like, all right, wow, you amazed me with the first few frames. Yeah. And now you have 5 different shots of the same area for the most part. It's like, if that's supposed to me, a drone shot is supposed to be an establishing shot, maybe an ending shot or a transition shot. That's about it. Yeah. But the people that have like 45 seconds of drone footage in a sequence is like, bro, I'm bored. Like that's not what the drone is meant. It's just a tool. Just because you have it doesn't mean you should use it. So
the only thing that stood out for me for that drone was the low light, which is because of the sensor. Obviously,
it's a 4/3 sensor.
When they were doing this panning shot of his, I think it was a Jeep or some SUV, and it was like low light, and I was like, the shadows were like, I was like, holy crap, that's really, really nice. That's only captivating thing. Like if I was, we're coming to an age now where like, if it's your first thing, that's a money can buy that and you're set. But for the most part, if you already have a drone or like already set with your gear, I wouldn't get it. It's not worth it. It's just one of you, like, if it's your first thing, get it.
I don't know, but if it's your first drone, it's there's cheaper drones. For example, the Mavic Air S. I would upgrade to that drone because that's the one I do want to get, and it's $1,000, which is so cheap compared to this one that's $2,200.
Yeah,
and that one it's a 1-inch sensor, which is technically a smaller sensor than the 4/3 sensor. But it shoots 4K. I want to say 4K 60. It already shoots 5.3K up to 30 frames per second. So it has a 5K resolution already, which matches the 5K resolution on this brand new drone.
But does it do the flippy thing like yours or no?
No, dude. They stopped doing the vertical one since my generation. Dude. I don't know why they don't bring that back. Probably because it's just, I don't know why. That's a great feature to have for me. But if I do want to, and I do eventually want to invest in another drone because mine's super outdated. I could use a little bit extra resolution.
Okay.
It would be definitely the Mavic Air S for sure. That one's a great drone for $1,000. That's a fucking steal compared to $2,200 for this drone. Shit. And it also depends on what you shoot. Like when I shoot, I only shoot 4K 30, and I like to slow it down 20% in post. So I don't need 4K 120 frames per second. Would it be cool to have it? Sure, it'll be cool to have it. I can't picture myself using 120 frames per second aerial view, but there's always that option. For zoom transition, or not zoom transitions, but like speed ramping. But yeah, man, it's there's a lot of drones out there, man.
Fuck, dude, the drone quality, man, it's just going insane.
Yeah, I did stay up last night to watch the whole presentation. It was pretty cool to see it. But they did change the drone. It's like all black now. It's not like the standard gray. And yeah, man, it's cool, but I think it's a little overpriced.
Yeah, honestly. No, definitely. Fuck yeah.
And they're dropping drones every 6 months, man. Like the Mavic Air S didn't come out like a little less than 6 months ago, if not probably a little more. It hasn't been a year, that's for sure.
I feel like